Hi, it's Pank from HnO Press Friends. I hope you're well, and today I will continue our NLP course. So, we saw the VAC system. We know people will see the word with their own filter, and in this filter, they can have a visual filter, auditory filter, or kinesthetic filter. To have a good report, it's always interesting to speak with their own language, and so you need to adapt your semantics to be more comprehensive for him. Just remember, each time you will use the same semantics or the same system than your partner, it will take some energy inside you. So it's always interesting to know that. A lot of time in NLP we don't talk about that. We just say, okay, just create a report, and after that you will see everything will be more natural and stuff like that. But it's not true, because if you want to talk with different language or different body language and so on, it's an effort for you, and you will use a lot of energy to be focused about what you do and what he will say. So to complete this VAC system, Bandler discovered during the 70s the movement of the eyes, and he defined some interesting stuff. I will explain that. What I want you to take care about, it's actually what Bandler explained years ago is actually not neuroscientifically proved. So it's important to understand that a lot of people will understand that what we learn in NLP is quite close to some science proof, but not all. And by the years, this idea about the movement of eyes is not fully approved by the scientific way. So just keep it in mind. What is interesting is when something is not approved by, it don't mean there are no sense about that. That's not real, because if you talk with a lot of NLPists, you will observe that for them the movement of the eyes will mean a lot of stuff, and they have a good feedback with this interpretation about the movement. So just keep it in mind. So we have two brain, left brain, right brain, two part of the brain, and with the eyes for the NLP, we have the left is all the construct ID image in our mind. Right is more about all the memories, the remembered image. So during a long time, I heard people who say, okay, if you put your head on the left, other left, you will be a liar. For example, if you say, okay, what did you do yesterday? And by naturally, your partner will just put his eyes on the left eye. He will visualize a constructed image. So he will not tell the truth. He will create some stuff to explain elements. If at the opposite, he do it on the right, he will visualize something he remember, some image he lived, and he wants to have a resource about that. So left is construct, right is remember. Very easy. After, if you take all the line up, if you take the line up, the VAC is the V. At the top is the V, so visualization. At left, visualization about construct image, and the right, visualization about remember image. Okay, so if you know someone who talk all the time and put his eyes up, it could be, it's not sure, but it's a clue you can use, that our partner could be more visual. Okay, and if his predicate, all his words have the same sense and give a lot of image and so on, That's cool. It could be a visual, so you need to talk with this visual way. At the middle, in the center, you are in the auditory way, okay? So the same. At the left, you constructing sound. It could be interesting. Do you remember what he told about that? And the guy said, oh yeah, I remember, it's full, sure. He told me about, and he created some stuff because he put his eye on the left, in the middle on the left, and on the right, it's a remembering sound. So he will say, okay, he really told me that blah 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 blah. So his eyes will go on the right. And now on the down, you will have kinesthetic. Okay, so visual, auditory, kinesthetic. We have the vac, up to down. Okay, and the same on the kinesthetic on the left, it would be checking our feeling. So a lot of people who just check what happened in their body will go is their eyes down on the left. You know, there it's less constructed or remember. It's more kinesthetic. We can't lie with ourselves in our own dialogue. So at this moment, on the left is, okay, what is my feeling? On the right, it will be more internal dialogue. So for example, I know a lot of time when I talk with people, I put my eyes down on the right and I talk with myself and I create a dissociation to give the feedback about that to my partner. So my dialogue is a trilogue. I talk with myself, who myself talk with someone. And a lot of time you will see I put my eyes on the down right. So with that, you have the eyes accessing cues. It's the name the Bendler gave to that. So it's very interesting to observe the eyes. The main problem in NLP, when we begin with that, all people just say, you lie because your eyes go on the left, and we create a lot of projection. I don't know in English. We think we know what someone think or do without asking question, but just like a fact. You did that, so you are that. Just take care about that. We will talk about that later. But our body language gives us a lot of information. Okay, we can take back the Marabian conclusion. 7% of communication is just about the word, and other stuff is the tone, and 55% by memory is our body language. However, it's not because one part of ourselves looks or move in a way that it means all the language and the communication is in this way. In French, we have a system named synergology. It's a Canadian guy who created that, and it's a body language listen seminar and so on. And they have very interesting stuff. They explain if you don't have 3 clues about the partner, about this movement, about what mean that, and 3 aspects who are connected in with. So it's point 1, point 2, point 3. If you have want that, you can't say you want to tell that or you lying and so on. So just take care. It's just one aspect, 1 clues, but not 3. So just take care and say, okay, perhaps he will create something. He created something, and it's not big deal. You just ask some question to know what is good for you. If you have some question about that, just let me know. Like every day, take what is good for you. Bye bye. See ya.